Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Tarot Talk with me, your host Tawanantoinette. Today we're going to do a reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. However, I recommend checking your rising sign first. I always tell you guys that. And it's because the rising sign is usually the most accurate reading out of all of the placements. So always remember to check your rising first. Now, before we begin, just a few announcements. The first one is that this is a collective reading. So bear that in mind. Every single part of this reading may not resonate with you. We're pulling on collective energy. It is impossible for every single reading to resonate with your story 100% all the time. And then moving to the next announcement, I want to say a big thank you to everybody who has booked a personal reading with me. Everybody who's been using the calendar link to book a one-on-one session, thank you so much. And if you are interested in booking a personal reading with me, you can find that calendar link in the description as well. And last but not least, if you are watching on YouTube, thank you for the likes, shares, the ratings on the podcast, all of that good stuff. Now, let's begin. The situation starts out in April with the Judgment. So you have a big decision to make. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, this will be a financial situation. When I just take a broad overlook of the spread, I see a lot of pentacles. So I feel like this is a career decision for a lot of you, but it does not have to be that for everyone. But the Judgment is here. What's impacting the situation is the Star card, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. There is an opportunity being presented to you. This opportunity feels fated, but there may be more that you need to learn before you accept this opportunity. And so that's why you are carefully evaluating it to make sure that you make the right decision. Now, at the root cause of the situation, we have the Five of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. It feels like something has been disappointing, or maybe you've experienced some kind of loss. Maybe some of you that's resonating as financial loss. But it feels like some of you may have lost a job. Some of you have lost or experienced loss in a particular venture that you're doing. So I feel like this is something's not working out, so something else is presenting itself and I have to make a decision on if this thing suits me. Now, what's leaving is the Two of Cups, the Two of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. So there's some kind of destined change that you cannot control, and this actually makes perfect sense because we're having an eclipse. The eclipse season starts in April, so get ready for those radical changes in your lives. Things will just suddenly shift, and they're shifting for the better. Even if you don't feel like this is what's best, it often is aligning you back to your path if you veered off of it. So take those changes. Take those changes and really try to accept them, even if it's not something that you like. But there's a specific partnership here. This could be a business partnership for some of you. This could be a relationship for others of you. This could be a significant friendship for some of you, that I feel like there's some changes coming in. It feels like plans that you had for the future with this partnership are changing. So if you are resonating with this in terms of a partnership, for example, a business partnership that you have with a colleague, it feels like the plans that you have made for the future are completely changing, and you will have to adjust to whatever is changing in that dynamic, because it must be changing for a reason. For others of you, if this is a relationship, it is the plans that you had with your partner, the plans that you had with your person may somewhat change. Or the relationship itself may change in the plans that you've made for the future, either for yourself or for the both of you as a team. Now, on the horizon, we have the Wheel of Fortune, there's a Wheel of Fortune twice in this reading. That's important to note. So a lot of destined events, destinies coming in for you in the month of April. And what that basically means is some of these things were meant to happen. So even if it's not how you imagined something happening, it was meant to happen exactly how it is happening. Now, we have a new beginning. You're starting something new in April, a lot of you, because we have the Wheel of Fortune clarified by the Fool card, the Four of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. You're starting something for the first time. This feels like a brand new beginning, and maybe it involves a lot of introspection. You have to really think about. It could be this decision that you're making. Maybe you are deciding to take whatever opportunity is being presented. And before you take that, you're having to think about it. You're having to really think carefully. This is a card of isolating yourself and making sure that you come to your own conclusions instead of people's conclusions or expectations being projected onto you. So some of you guys may want to spend some alone time before this new beginning, whatever this is in your life, actually commences. I feel like whatever you're starting, you should expect a slow and methodical I always have trouble with that word. You should expect a slow and steady approach to whatever it is that you are starting for the first time. I feel like slow and steady here is going to win the race because we have the Knight of Pentacles, which always talks about building things brick by brick by brick. Literally the only knight that gets there. He may be the slowest to arrive, but he is the one that is sure to arrive. So whatever you're doing, don't expect it to be your ideal situation overnight. I feel like you are supposed to embrace the diligence, embrace the endurance, embrace the lessons that you get to experience while you are building this. If this is a job, it feels like be patient. Approach this job slowly and steadily, and it will grow for you over time. Now, in the distant future, talking about slow and steady, we start with the Three of Pentacles, then we jump up to the Six of Pentacles, then we jump up to the Ten of Pentacles. So this is again reaffirming something being built slowly. And for a lot of the signs, this has been coming out in the distant future, this theme of learning how to build a foundation, learning how to build wealth for some of you, learning how to build something long-term, whether this is a long-term career, whether this is a long-term relationship for some of you, whatever this represents, whatever this Ten of Pentacles represents for you, it means you don't get to these 10 Pentacles overnight. You have to endure some things. In the beginning, you're going to have to collaborate with some people, and then you're going to have to share your talents with other people, and you're going to have to take into account what their experiences are and what they have to share with you. And that's how you go and you build pentacle by pentacle until you get to the foundation that you are idealizing for yourself. So I feel like whatever opportunity you're taking, it is supposed to be something that helps you on your path to get to this solid space, to get to this this thing that will last you for a really long time. If this is a career, it is a career that you will be doing for the foreseeable future, possibly the next 5 to 10 years. That's the kind of long term I'm talking about here. And you don't get to this long term by just something just suddenly starts and in a couple months like you establish something super firm. It takes time to build something concrete and to get to a Ten of Pentacles stage. And you're going through that, and you're making decisions to get to this. Now, the energy that you are embodying and your attitude in the month of April is the Six of Swords and the Seven of Cups. So you're moving on from some kind of wishful thinking, or some of you guys may be moving on to possibly it's kind of like you're evaluating opportunities, evaluating options. You're moving on to a space of, okay, which one of these options is going to be best for me? Which one of these options is going to give me the calm, like, transition that I'm desiring? I feel like you are moving on to a calmer place, or you are trying to possibly move on from something. Let's clarify this a little bit more. I'm curious. Spirit, what is the six? What is the Six of Swords, Seven of Cups? Okay, so you're moving on from feeling like you need to defend yourself, feeling like you need to stand up for. It feels like moving on from this overly defensive energy. Now, you know what you have had to be defensive about in your own personal lives, but if you have been, let's just say, having to build up high boundaries and strong boundaries, I feel like you're moving on from that place. And you're also moving on from a place of wishful thinking too in a particular situation. Maybe this could be in a career. Maybe something was not working out for you in terms of finances, and you're realizing that, like, okay, this was a wish of mine, but now I need to get a little bit more realistic about something in my environment or something that I was hoping for, instead of sticking to a plan that is not actualizing and not meeting my needs. In the position of your environment, there is the Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. Now, someone wants to offer you something. Someone may want to have an emotional conversation with you. Someone may want to have an emotional exchange with you. There is someone in your environment that you can expect to offer out their emotions, pour their emotions out to you in the month of April. For some of you, this is a possible love interest. For others of you, this is not a love interest, but probably someone in your work environment who probably wants to give you some kind of probably assistance. Clarify the Knight of Cups. Let's dig a little deeper here. What does this Knight of Cups want? The Five of Swords and the Four of Cups. Interesting. Someone may not be happy with how things are going between you both. You know what this feels like? It feels like someone being interested in you, but maybe being overly competitive with you as well. You know those situations where someone is not able to get access to you, and so that turns them bitter instead of just respecting your boundaries? That's the kind of vibe I'm getting here. All right. Moving on to your inner feelings, we have the King of Wands, the Empress, and the Seven of Swords. You're strategizing, and you're strategizing for your long-term future, your long-term comfort. Because the King of Wands, I'm guessing, is you here. The Empress is the future that you want for yourself, the comfort that you want for yourself, the ease that you want for yourself, and possibly you making plans and forming a strategy secretly, because this is a card of I'm strategizing behind your back. I don't feel like this is shady energy though. It is just strategizing and keeping your plans to yourself. So you may be thinking of your long-term plan for achievement and maybe keeping that to yourself while you figure everything out. And the outcome of this situation is the High Priestess. Like I said, keeping things to yourself. Then we have the High Priestess, which is a card that also talks about keeping things to yourself. And then we have the Four of Pentacles right above that. And then we have the Two of Cups. So for those of you who are in a partnership, I see you keeping to yourself decisions that you're going to make in the future in this partnership. You may be realizing that it's not possible to have the future with this business partner, with this person you're in a relationship with this whatever kind of partnership is coming into focus for you in April. I feel like you're kind of making plans without this person. You're kind of strategizing, okay, what if I were supposed to do something alone? And you're going through the thought process of being able to do that and possibly not revealing it. So let's get some advice. What's the advice for Virgos in the month of April? Spirit, what is the advice for Virgos? Virgos in April, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay. We have the Here and Now card. So I'm going to read the meaning of this for you. Here and now, being fully present in the moment, living one day at a time. What you are working on is golden, and your efforts will leave a powerful legacy. Focus not on meeting a goal in the far-off future, but on creating your dream right now, releasing your desire for an outcome and owning that it already exists. It will appear in the material world as if by magic. Claim your prosperity now. The essence is more important than the form. When you are immersed in prosperous thoughts, you automatically tune into a sense of timelessness and unlimited potential. You can act as if, in spite of temporary outer conditions, you are prosperous at this moment. What you think now becomes your reality, so stay present. So Virgos, I'm going to leave you here. I hope this helps you for the month of April. Remember, if this resonates with you and you'd like to go deeper, you can book a personal reading with me using the link in the description. And with that said, I'll leave you guys. I hope you take care of yourselves. See you next time. Bye.